In today's video, we are checking out the Everyday Messenger from Peak Design. I'm Ed from Rush Faster and we do guides and walkthroughs bringing you better gear and better ways to carry. So if any of that sounds good to you and you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. Let's jump right in and check out the Everyday Messenger from Peak Design. The Everyday Messenger is part of Peak Design's Everyday range. We've actually done a number of videos on products from the Everyday V2 range, as well as other products from Peak Design. If you're interested in that, check out our Peak Design playlist on our channel. This is the Everyday Messenger V2. It's taken an upgrade from the previous gen model. It currently, at the time of this video, comes in one size, 13 liter, and two colors, black and ash. This is the ash here. In terms of the materials, the bag is made of a 400 denier nylon canvas shell that is DWR impregnated and also has a double polyurethane coating. At the base of the bag, there is a 900 denier waterproof bottom liner for extra durability. Inside the bag, we have a high-vis grey nylon interior, and all of these materials are 100% post-consumer recycled materials, so that's really good. In terms of the accents on the bag, that kind of depends on what color you get. For the ash, we have leather nubuck accents on the whole handle, as well as the brand tab, and then we have Hypalon if you're getting the black color. In terms of hardware, we've got a combination of anodized aluminium as well as glass reinforced nylon. And in terms of the zippers, Peak Design uses their own Ultra Zips. Okay, let's check out the features and compartments of the Peak Design Everyday Messenger V2. If you want to follow along with specs and details, there's going to be a QR code on the screen for you to scan with your phone camera, as well as a link in the description. Now, the first thing you'll notice about the Everyday Messenger is this metal hardware here. This is Peak Design's patented mag latch hardware. The mag latch system is a really easy and fast way to get access to your main compartment, but it's also a good way to secure down your compartment and keep everything inside protected. To open the mag latch system, you simply pull up on the handle and then pull down, and then you can have access. Here you can see there are 4 different rungs here, and these are basically for you to vary up your carrying capacity. So if you're not carrying much, you can lock it down to the first rung, which is leaving the bag at a 13 liter capacity, its original capacity. But if you want to store more in this bag, perhaps you're bringing in more gear, you can actually lock it down on the last rung, and that opens it up to a maximum of 16 liters of carrying capacity. As you can see, the mag latch itself is elasticated inside this flap top here. Here you can see is the latch, which will catch onto any of these 4 rungs, and then there is a magnet just on top so it stays secure on the rung. So you can just lock it down and you can hear and feel this satisfying click. One thing to note about the last rung on the bag, if you plan to pack the bag really full, is that on the sides, you don't have complete closure of the main compartment. You see there's this bit of an opening here, and this reduces the amount of water protection you have for the main compartment, but it also doesn't keep everything inside secure. So if you've got smaller bits and pieces at the top, they run risk of falling out of the bag. So just keep that in mind when you are packing the bag full. Taking a look at the back panel, it's a fairly simple back panel. There's a little bit of padding to add support while you carry the bag, but here we also have a luggage pass-through. So for when you're carrying this bag and you're going traveling, you want to put this through the telescopic handle of your luggage, you can do that. But when not in use, it sits perfectly flat here, and there's a little magnet here to make sure that it stays flat. Just taking a look at the base of the bag, you can see that there are these accessory loops here. This allows you to affix gear on the bag externally. There are 2 loops here, and on the base of the bag there are another 2 here. Just underneath the flap top we have 6 loops, 2 here, 2 here, and 2 up there. But most of the time you're probably going to be affixing stuff on the outside of the bag here. And to do that, Peak Design provide with the bag these 2 cord hook external carry straps. So these just hook onto those loops there, and they allow you to really cinch down the gear that you're trying to set on the bag. So if you're using this bag as a camera bag, you can cinch down a tripod externally. So you simply hook in, bring your gear through, and once you hook in, you should hear this little click that signifies that it's locked in place, like so. Cinch up your gear, and there's a little bit of elastic webbing to help you manage some of that strap slack. And there you have a tripod affixed to your bag, which is really handy. If you want added security, especially when you're carrying a tripod, you can feed those external carry straps through the legs so that it kind of intertwines with the gear that you're affixing, just to keep it on your bag in case it accidentally might fall out. But it doesn't necessarily just have to be for tripods. It could be a mat or a blanket or a rain jacket. Say if this is wet and you want to keep it outside of the bag, then carrying it externally on the bag is a really good idea. There you have your jacket nice and secure on the base of the bag. Taking a look at the shoulder strap, the main way that you'll be carrying the bag, we have a padded and plush shoulder strap here. You can see that the padding goes around the edges of the shoulder strap, so it won't dig into your shoulder too much when you're carrying the bag. Got a little bit of a leather nubuck brand mark here, which is nice. And here we have the nylon seatbelt webbing type material that will be the majority of this shoulder strap. And then here we have the adjuster for the shoulder strap. So you simply lift up to release, and then you can actually adjust the shoulder strap like so, and then you push down to lock it in place. Really good strap adjusting hardware that is actually featured on a lot of Peak Designs camera straps. Now, so this part of the bag allows you to adjust how tight or how loose you want to carry the bag on the body, but if you need even more strap to adjust with, you can actually feed it outside of these ports on the side here. So there's excess strap that is inside this pocket here. They can simply pull out and then feed through these ladder locks here, and then that gives you a bit more strap slack. But if you want to pack away more of this strap, you can actually feed it through and then just tuck it inside these loops here, keeping your strap management nice and clean. Now, obviously at the moment, the shoulder strap has been set up to a certain orientation. I believe it comes from the top of the left shoulder down to the bottom of the right waist. But if you wish to switch that up, you can do that. You have that option for you. You simply need to undo all of this strap out of the ladder locks and then just switch over the strap. And so if you want to switch up the orientation, you have that option there for you. Now, a really great thing about this shoulder strap is that, especially if you're cycling, you usually want to have a stabilization strap to keep the bag on your back while you're cycling, not swinging around. And so you can use Peak Designs cord hook external carry straps to serve as the stabilization strap. All you need to do is simply hook into the bottom accessory loop, and then you can hook into this Hyperlon loop here, and it'll serve as your stabilization strap, which is really helpful. Another great thing about this shoulder strap is that it has these coaxial straps on either ends, so it gives you full articulation around your shoulder when you're carrying it, making it able to contour around a number of different body sizes and body types. That's really helpful. On both sides of the bag, we have points where you can install Peak Designs capture clip. So here we have that little loop there for you to install the capture clip there and have your camera on the side of your bag if you wish to do so. And you have that option on this side as well, the same loop. Also on the sides of the bag, we have small zippered compartments that you can actually store gear inside this portion of the bag. So it's about this wide, and inside here, I've just got my wallet, giving myself some quick access. This is my Bellroy note sleeve wallet. You can see that Peak Design uses weather-resistant zippers in their Ultra Zips. Now we have basically the same zippered compartment on the other side of the bag. The only difference here is there is a little loop at the top here which gives access to an ankle link key tether. Now this is basically a cord which has an ankle link at the end of it where you can attach your keys to. So it's a good way of just securing your keys onto something in the bag. To release it, you simply push down the ankle link and then you can pull the key tether out, and now you have access to your keys. But what's really great is that if you attach the ankle link back on, this cord here is actually an elasticated cord, which means that you don't necessarily have to detach your keys from the cord. When you reach your door, you can simply pull this out and actually stretch out the cord towards your door and unlock it from there. So it's a really good way of just keeping your keys secured on the bag at all times. That's really helpful. All right, looking inside the main compartment of the bag, I'm gonna unhook this mag latch system. And at the top here, we can see there is one zippered compartment here at the top. It's a good area to put in those carry straps that were given earlier, so you can store them in there, or you could put other gear inside here. It's a fairly thin compartment, so it goes this long. You might want to put some pens, or maybe other small bits and pieces, things like that, but I'm just going to put in these carry straps. We turn the bag up to get a closer look inside the main compartment. Here we can see all the gear that you have access to as soon as you open the flap top. Over here we have another small zippered compartment which has access and organization to smaller bits and pieces. So here we've got 4 stretchy mesh pockets here. At the moment inside here I have some lenses from Moment, an anamorphic lens, wide lens, and then here I've got some solid state cologne. In here I've got nothing, but over here I've got Bluetooth wireless earphones as well as an Everyman Grafton pen. Now be mindful of not packing this out too full because it does bulge out. There's not a lot of dimension in this space, so just be mindful of that. Over here we've got 2 flex fold dividers that I'll talk about a little bit later. I've just packed this bag out for everyday carry. Over here I've got an Evergoods Civic Access pouch 2 litre, which is an excellent pouch. In the middle, I've got a LaCie portable hard drive. I've got some reading glasses, and here I've got a MemoBottle A5. The guys over at MemoBottle have sponsored this video. The MemoBottle is a slim and uniquely shaped water bottle that fits perfectly into messengers, satchels, briefs, handbags, things like that. It has a unique shape because it's not typically sized like a normal water bottle, and it fits perfectly in those areas where you might not have water bottle pockets. So in this case, it fits perfectly just flat against the laptop compartment, but it's a good solution and also something different to your average water bottle. Covering this particular MemoBottle is a silicone sleeve, which is just another way to accessorize the MemoBottle. It adds a little bit of thermal retention, but an incredible amount of grip. You can actually pair a silicone sleeve with any MemoBottle that are currently offered right now. There's a whole bunch of different sizes, but yes, another way to personalize your MemoBottle. The MemoBottle comes in 4 different shapes and sizes. We've actually done an overview video of the entire MemoBottle collection, as well as these silicone sleeves and the customizable lids. So do check that out in the link in the description below. Getting back to the bag, on the sides of the bag we have these 2 stretchy pockets here, which could be used for a typical water bottle or for some glasses, things like that. Depends on just how you pack the main compartment. So if you do have a bit of space here, you can utilize these pockets. So on this side I've got hand sanitizer and I just put in my glasses on the other side, but you can use them for a number of different ways just to help you organize and separate your gear. Next here we have the laptop sleeve, which is secured by magnets. You can see that it's tightly set there because of magnets. This laptop sleeve can fit a 13-inch MacBook, and it's a really tight fit if you try to fit the old 15-inch MacBook Pro with USB-C. We've seen people fit their 15-inch MacBook in there very tightly, but it is possible, but you won't be able to fit the 16-inch MacBook Pro. So just bear that in mind. Here you can see that there's a little divider here, so you could carry a laptop in one side and a tablet in the other, or other documents in the other. You just have that option to divide some gear inside there. Moving on to the next order of business, we have the Flex Fold dividers. The Flex Fold dividers have kind of defined the everyday range from Peak Design, at least in its initial launch. You can see the Flex Fold dividers have Velcro. This is smart Velcro here, and then there's Velcro inside the main compartment for you to stick in these Flex Fold dividers. As its name suggests, the divider can flex and fold however you see fit, depending on what gear you're carrying. And the great thing about these dividers is you can actually pull out a part of the divider to give yourself a little shelf to help you accommodate your gear. So say for instance you're carrying camera gear, you want to put one lens on one side, another lens on the other side. You can do that by just pulling out this little shelf here. Say for instance you're installing these Flex Fold dividers inside your bag and you want space for something on the top here, you can actually push both of the dividers down to give yourself that added layer of space. So if you had something really big, maybe a jumper or something, you could just stack that on top, fold these down, and whatever you have underneath is still going to be protected. Another thing worth mentioning about these Flex Fold dividers is that they're incredibly well padded. The padding is dense, so it will protect your gear, especially if it's camera gear. And the other great thing about it is that if you don't plan to use these dividers, depending on what you're carrying on the day, if you're just wanting to use this as a big empty space, you can actually take these dividers completely out and just have this open space to play with. So with that in mind, we're going to quickly perform the Rush Faster beer capacity test to see how much we can fit inside this main compartment. Here we have one tinny 6-pack, and now 2. A little bit of space on the side. Actually, I wonder if I can do it this way. Very tight fit. Alright, looks like it might be able to fit 3. Let's see if we can set the mag latch down. Yes, we can. 3 tinny 6-packs I reckon can fit in here with a little bit of space on this side. So overall, for a 13-litre bag that can expand up to 16 litres, that's not too bad. Okay, so this is the bag on the body. I'm 5'10". This is carrying it crossbody. And you also have the option of just carrying it on the one shoulder. And as is the case with many messenger bags and briefs, you have a haul handle at the very top of the bag. This is a nubuck leather haul handle. It's very well padded. Well everyone, that is the Everyday Messenger V2. It is an excellent daily workhorse, especially if you are a creative professional. It can carry camera gear or tech gear or a combination of the two, and it is versatile enough to be used in a number of different environments. If you're interested in getting the Everyday Messenger V2, there's going to be affiliate links in the description below, as well as a QR code on the screen for you to scan with your phone camera. If you like this video, you found it helpful, and you're thinking about getting this bag, then please do use those affiliate links because they really do help the work of this channel. And even if you're not thinking about getting this bag, but you still want to support our work, hit the like button, hit the bell. Let us know in the comments your thoughts on this bag compared to the previous gen model or compared to other Everyday Messengers. And be sure to subscribe to see more carry gear walkthroughs if you haven't already. If you'd like to keep up to date with new and upcoming things in the carry world, we have a newsletter that you can subscribe to in the link below, as well as a QR code on the screen. We release that every month. If you'd like to see more videos like this or more videos from Peak Design, then check out some of the links on the screen at the end of this video. But for now, this has been the Peak Design Everyday Messenger V2. Take care, and we will see you next time.